Isometric view of a cylinder. Given. Diameter equals 50 millimeters. Height equals 70 millimeters. Small diamond. Step 1. Rough drawing. Before starting the final drawing, I first draw a rough sketch of the cylinder. This rough drawing helps me understand the shape of the cylinder, the circular top and bottom, and the vertical height. The rough drawing is done lightly and without using instruments. It is only for planning the final drawing.
50 mm and the height. And the height of the cylinder is 70 mm.
Step 2. Starting the isometric view, drawing the top circle. Now, I start the isometric view of the cylinder. First, I draw a straight horizontal baseline, using a ruler. On this baseline, I mark a point to represent the center of the top circular face. To draw the top circle in isometric view, I first construct an isometric square. The diameter of the cylinder is 50 millimeters, so the side of the square is also 50 millimeters. Along the left 30-degree axis, I measure 50 millimeters and mark a point. Along the right 30-degree axis, I again measure 50 millimeters and mark another point. Using a set square, I draw lines parallel to the opposite axes to complete the isometric square. Inside this square, I draw the isometric circle, using the 4-center method. This circle represents the top circular face of the cylinder.
As the diameter of the cylinder is 50 mm, I am going to draw 50 mm on either side of the and going to draw a parallel line. I have just drawn the square. From the center of the square, the cylinder will come. So, I am finding the center of each line, which is 2.5. Okay, after finding the center point, as I discussed with the cone, now I am not going to mark the alphabets. I am just going to draw the line. We are connecting the center point from here to here, and so we are going to draw a arch from this point to this point. Okay. And using this point, I am going to draw a arch. And from this point, I am going to connect these 2 points. Now we are complete drawing a circle. Now what we are going to do is find the center of the circle.
Step 3. Drawing the height of the cylinder. Now, from the center of the top isometric circle, I draw a vertical line downward. The height of the cylinder is 70 millimeters, so I measure 70 millimeters and mark a point. This point represents the center of the bottom circular face. Step 4.
7.
Drawing the bottom isometric
Okay,
circle.
7.
Next, I draw the
And
bottom
then
circular face of the
from
cylinder.
this point,
Using a compass, I carefully draw an arc
I'm
for the
going
bottom
to
circle.
mark,
The
draw a
compass opening is
straight
kept the
line
same as that used for the
of
top circle to maintain the correct
70
diameter.
mm.
The bottom circle is drawn directly
And
below the
even
top circle,
from
at a
this
distance of 70
point,
millimeters.
I'm
Step
going to
5.
draw
Joining
a
the top and
straight
bottom
line
circles. Now,
of
I join the extreme left and right
70
points of the top circle to the corresponding points of the bottom circle. These vertical
And
lines represent the curved
to draw
surface edges of the
arch
cylinder.
towards the bottom line, we need this point. So I am dragging the top point to 70 mm, and then same way like this. We'll be needing this line to draw this arch. So I am dragging 70 mm. Same way from here we are going to drag 70 mm. Okay. Now we are going to have, we also need this point. So from this point we are going to connect this arch, create this arch, and from this point we are going to make the bottom arch. Okay, we have drawn the bottom arch, and now from this point we are going to join this side, and from this point we are going to connect this point. So this is your cylinder. Now let me draw the visible point of the cylinder.
Final finishing.
We'll be
Finally,
seeing
I darken all the visible outlines of the cylinder. The top
circle.
ellipse is drawn completely, while only the visible portion of the bottom ellipse is darkened.
We'll be seeing this circle, and then the 90-degree line, this line, the height of the cylinder, and then we can see this curve part. This is the isometric view of the cylinder. Girls, if you have difficulties, you can just draw a straight line, an invisible line like this, okay, rather than just marking a point. If you have a difficulties, you can do it like this, okay. Okay girls.